Hi, wanna learn Silk Performer? Then you are at the right place. Welcome everyone. I'm your trainer Harish, and I'm gonna educate you on Silk Performer. The objective of this training course is to educate people on performance testing using Silk Performer. By the end of this course, you would be in a strong position to take and deliver any web-based performance test project which is based on Silk Performer. So here we have Silk Performer training course syllabus. Yeah, the first question which might come into your mind that would be, what is Silk Performer? Well, it's a licensed load and stress testing tool which is capable of performing various types of performance tests. It ensures that performance testing team deliver a stable and scalable application. With Silk Performer, one can build performance test script, create a workload model based on the performance testing need, execute the test, and even monitor the test execution at runtime. And at the end, it also gives you the results for various performance metrics and statistics, which helps you to analyze the application performance during the performance test. Now let's quickly jump into the agenda of this course. This will show what topics I would be covering in this journey. So here you all are able to see the performance testing course syllabus using Silk Performer. So we'll quickly walk you through each section in a brief. So I'll begin with the first section, that is Silk Performer Introduction. In this session, we'll give a brief overview on history of Silk Performer. In this, we'll also discuss about the benefits of using Silk Performer and its capabilities. Then we'll move on to the next topic, where we will understand what are the prerequisites for downloading and installing Silk Performer. I will show you how and from where exactly you can get the latest Silk Performer software, and how step-by-step installation can be done easily. After that, once the installation has been done, then we'll see what are the various different components which are offered by Silk Performer, which comes into Silk Performer package. After completing the components of Silk Performer, then we will have a high-level overview on those components. And finally, the first section, we will conclude with having an overview on the help section provided by Silk Performer. So reference topics which are offered by Silk Performer, so that can be seen easily within the help section. Next topic would be Silk Performer Workbench. In this section, I will provide a quick overview of Silk Performer Workbench and walk you through overview of Silk Performer Workbench. Here you will learn about its UI and its use. Then we will understand how scripting is done in Silk. And here onwards, I will use the term Silk instead of Silk Performer. A detailed step-by-step approach we will learn during the scripting. Meanwhile, also how the protocol supported by Silk. So I'll show you that content as well. Then I'll also educate you guys on what standards to be followed while naming various elements during scripting, how to save the projects, and what for various different elements, what a proper naming convention can be given. In profile setting option, here comes the profile setting option. We will look into the record time settings. Then I'll give you a quick introduction on the test application. So before recording any application, it is recommended to have a quick introduction about the application. So that part will be covered in test application. Well, and after that, once we are familiar with the test application to be recorded, then we'll move on to the script recording. Once the script has been recorded, the flow has been recorded, we'll get the script in Silk. We would be able to see the script in Silk Performer. And here we'll try to understand the script structure in more detail. And while understanding this script structure, we'll also see the benchmark description language, where benchmark description language is also referred as BDL. It's a framework that enables us to implement real user behavior. Then comes the third section, which is TrueLog Explorer. So this is the second most important component of Silk. Now here comes the time to see how replay is done in Silk Performer. At the time of replay, what all settings are offered, that we'll see in profile settings, and replay time topic. Various options to perform script replay. Well, after replaying the script, we will see what all information that can be seen from the replay file. And finally, in this section, we'll move on to the debugging and validation part. Well, what next? Now we have script enhancements to be done with our script. So now section 4, 5, and 6. So these sections which are highlighted currently. So in these sections, we will talk about the script enhancement. In this section, I'll show you how to prepare a dynamic script or a load test ready script. First step towards this process would be customization of user inputs. So in parameterization topic, or the script enhancement part 1 topic, I'll focus on parameterization. So basically what parameterization means, how it is done in Silk Performer. That part we will cover in script enhancements part 1. And after that, what kind of modifications we see into the script and the functions which are used for parameterization. So those we will see in detail in this script enhancement part 1. After that, we have script enhancement part 2, which basically focuses on correlation and parsing. In this, we'll see what correlation exactly means, how it is done in Silk Performer, what are the types of correlation in Silk, and what are the various functions that can be used for correlation. Then now comes the third part, which is the verification point. Well, all of you must be aware that a 200 response code doesn't always mean that we have got a replay which we were expected. Sometimes a response code 200 might not deliver us the exact response as we had expected. So for that, with verification points, we can ensure that we are getting the valid output from the application. And once the script enhancement has been done, I'll show you how we can export the project, how we can transfer our project. So that is covered within the script enhancements part 3. Now that we have finished scripting and standard of any standard web application, now we will look more details of API testing. In API testing, how API testing can be done in Silk Performer, what exactly API testing is. So a brief on the first topic, which is what is API testing, and a detailed overview on how the APIs can be built and executed from Silk Performer. Well, here comes the time to have a hands-on on the tool. So these two topics, basically assignments to student and reviewing assignments. In these two topics, I'll make sure that the session is more interactive and you will be given actually a scenario for scripting on a web application. And I expect you to apply your learnings so far on the assignment, and I expect to complete the assignment. After completion of the task, we'll review your script, and if any real-time challenges faced during the script, so those will be addressed during these two sessions. Then we'll move on to the workload modeling. In workload modeling, basically I'll cover what is workload modeling, how the scenario is designed in Silk, the overview of various workload models offered by Silk. Generally, in performance testing, we carry out load, stress, and endurance testing. So for these kind of performance tests, how the workload model can be designed, that part we'll cover in workload modeling. And after that, we'll give an introduction to distributed testing, how to configure an agent in Silk Performer for distributed testing, how the controller and agent communication happens. So that I'll try to explain in workload modeling section. And there we go. Now we have our script ready and a workload model ready. Now it's time to execute the script and pump a load on the application. So in execution and monitoring, I'll introduce you the third component of Silk Performer, which is Silk Performer Workbench Monitor, a short overview of this component and what all metrics we can monitor using Silk Performer Workbench Monitor, what are various graphs that can be seen and offered by Workbench Monitor. So that part I'll cover. And how the monitoring test execution can be done from monitor window. So that is also covered in test execution and monitoring. After that, I'll have reporting in Silk Performer done. So in this section, basically, we will have overview on Silk Performance Explorer. So basically, Silk Performance Explorer is the fourth most important component of Silk Performer package. Because once load test execution is done, reporting is the part which is overview of Silk Performer Explorer, and we'll have report understanding, in which the time series data file is generated by the Silk Performer. So that I'll explain you, and after we'll have a detailed look on the report part. We'll also show you how you can filter the data from the TSD file in order to get the data for a required time period. And finally, I'll conclude it with we'll have a quick revision on what all topics we covered so far, and of course the Q&A session. And in this final session. In this doubts and queries resolution session, we'll try to answer your queries and doubts based on the course content that we covered so far. Yeah, happy learning. Hope you find the course interesting